Good afternoon, viewers of the New Online TV. Welcome to my first update of my first stream after a long break. It was due to lot of things, very busy, but again, stable internet access. But Alhamdulillah, things are falling into place now. So today I'm back with the straight talk. I will be touching on President Adam Barrow's visit to Gunjur to extend his condolence to the families of the late Al-Khali and also the late Imam Ratib, and also to congratulate our current Imam Ratib Muhammad Lamin Toure on his ascension to the helm of Imamship in Gunjur. I was one of the speakers at the mosque, and some UDP supporters think I should highlight the Golden Lead issue. I'll come to that. Also today, I will talk about our court case. We've filed an injunction to Golden Lead not long ago in March, in fact, to be specific, and we had the first hearing on the second, which was yesterday. Is scheduled for judgment or settlement on the 17th of this month. But first, the visit of President Adamaro to the Sacred Mosque or Kenijano Mosque. This mosque, is of very historical and cultural significance to the people of Gunjur and also to the Muslims in the sub-region, especially the Tokyo tribe, who are biologically related to Sheikh Umar Futital, who is one of the most revered marabouts, who once visited the place. I can say he made it famous around the sub-region, but the Kenkenjanim had been there long before that. Well, the name Kenkenjanim, where it comes from, according to the historical narratives or the legends, people in the East, in the Far East, around Mali area where Islam started before Gunjur. During Salaf people, they see this mosque in their dream very clearly. So they come to find out where it's located. Eventually, they arrive in Gunjur in the sun. So it's called Kenkenjano, even though we only had the mosque in 2010. It was started building in 2010, but it finished just before Yahya Jammeh was lost the election and leave. In fact, it was inaugurated in 16. But that name Kenkenjano has always been there. The first mosque that was built, or the masjid, the small mosque, was built by Muhammad Musanja in the 70s. So the president decided to come and pay his condolence to the late Ali Khali, Mr. Bajiki Dabo. May Allah have mercy on his gentle soul. But when his advanced teams, and also he wanted to go and pray at the big mosque, to seek prayers from the congregations. So when his advanced team arrived on Tuesday, they, straight away ruled out the president going from one compound to another. They think that's going to be a security nightmare. So they decided, you know what? Everybody, the families of the late Bajiki and also the late Imam can come to the mosque and he can pay his condolence to them directly. So certain people were identified who will speak and represent those families. Imam Demodabo, who happened to be the acting Al-Khali of Gunjur and also the Imam of the Kenkenjano Mosque, stood for the family of the late Bajiki, and Imam Lamin Toure for the family of the late Bakau Toure, the Imam. So speakers, were selected. I was honored and humbled to be among them, and I was tasked, to talk about the ownership of the place and also the documentation issue, and also the upkeep of the mosque. If you've been there recently, it's in a terrible state because there is a school which is a boarding school going on, and these are kids as young as 4 to maybe 7 to 18 years old. So is not in the best form at this. And also the paint works and also the wood and the mosque itself is not 100% completed when it was inaugurated and the president left. So I was asked to convey this message to the president that it was only verbally declared that the mosque and the complex and the land surrounding it was handed over to the people of Gunjur. But there is no paperwork to show it. And again, I am part of the group which are trying to make sure these paperwork are completed. And we understand the paperwork is at the final stage is with the Minister of Justice. All he has to do is to prepare a document and take it to the cabinet so they can finally endorse it. So I was asked to put this to the president, and also we are eager to have the paper because this school they have funds to build a school within the complex, but they cannot do that if the ownership issue is not sorted out. So that's why it's very urgent we have this paper as soon as possible so that the mosque can be dedicated to only worshippers and also the school can relocate to the new school that is proposed to be built. So I portray that to the president. And also UNESCO World Heritage Site application, we are in the middle. But before then, I was again tasked with the BDC chairman and also Lamin Bakau Jami to draft an MOU that we can sign with the government, relevant government department, so that this World UNESCO Heritage Site issue can go ahead. And we drafted this MOU, we sent it to Ministry of Tourism, they are the relevant ministry, and they responded back, but in their response, they made some alteration that the ownership will be shared between Gunjur and the government, so which we rejected outright. Yes, we are the custodian and the place belongs to the people of Gunjur. We can agree about that. But even though the mosque belongs to anybody who calls himself or herself Muslim. So they don't disagree, they took the government name, but to our chagrin and to our surprise, Segmar 40 Foundation made it to this MOU. I straight away responded to Sheikh Tijan Jallo, who happened to be the permanent secretary at the Ministry of Tourism, that I wouldn't even dare go back to the Council of Elders and tell them they want us to work with Imam Baba. They don't want to do anything with him. Imam Babali is a good guy. He's my father. He's my sheikh. But the way he dealt with former Council of Elders and also former Kali, left a lot to be desired. And because of that, the people of Gunjur don't want to work with him. And because of that, also the Sekmar Futi Foundation, the Sekmar Futi family in Luka also distanced themselves from him. They said anybody who the people of Gunjur are not satisfied with to work with, they wouldn't. Because at the end of the day, is people of Gunjur look after their old man well, and that relationship they don't want to jeopardize that. So that's where it stopped. So I was asked also to convey this message to the executive, that's to the president, so if he can intervene and make sure that this MOU goes through so that we can proceed with the application so that for this mosque to be recognized as UNESCO World Heritage Site. And that comes with lot of benefits, and among them, the key among them is a Science and Technology Institute they will be building there. And also, if we can get it in time, they will send 20 Gambians to go and study 1 year halal tourism, because the IOC is next year, 2022, so there will be lot of important people across the Muslim world who will be here. So you need people with special skill on halal tourism. Those can take them to places of religious importance and explain it to them in the language they understand. So I was asked to convey this. But then before even the day, Mohamed Charles Giba, who happened to be the elected councillor, made some list of demands that he wants whoever is going to talk to the president should to tell those things to him. Among them was why Buba Buba Drama was released. If he was released, I don't know, but he wanted that to be put across to the president, and also the issue of Windu lands and all that. I responded even before the day I told him I had the opportunity to go and speak to the president, but I wouldn't mention any of this because that matter is still before the courts. That's one thing. So why would any sensible person go and put that to the president? I think that will be disrespectful to the president. But then he went to the Facebook and people like Bob Ture, which is recently been very, very disappointing. He's been very disrespectful. But at the same time, we have to engage him because at the end of the day, this is our country. He has no right over anybody that, and he has no, I don't know how, whatever to call it, but if he disrespected, we'll go to him in a way, in a language that we understand that you can disrespect us. So Bob also start writing, disparaging us, especially when he saw my speech. Probably UDP are just panicked, seeing me face to face with the president, you know, and I don't know, but they look very panicked because some of the languages they use, I'm very, very disappointed. But me, I'm my own man. I don't do things for my selfish interest. Anything I do is for the is for the common good and also the benefit of the wider community. And I'm not spokesperson for UDP. So why all of a sudden these UDP folks want me to go and speak what they want? I will never ever do it. I'm an activist and I'm proud to be an activist. Um, Describe me as a Facebook activism, and also happy to take that. Why I don't mention Golden League? Why do I have to? We just filed a court order, an injunction against Golden League so that they can expand to those women gardens. That matter was before the courts. In fact, we had the first hearing on Wednesday, 2nd of June. And the president was here at 26. What's the point of telling him that? We Gambians, we have certain problems. We have institutions here. Nobody tests them. We don't test them, but we go out there and complain about them. I think we need to test these institutions. They are there for us. If they fail below expectation, then we can start running our mouths and complaining. When you never test a system, you start criticizing. So we filed a lawsuit against Golden League in 2017. The matter is still at the court and is not moving the way we would love to. But a lawyer who is familiar with this system is that normally high court cases are like this. It's either down to human resources problem or what, but whatever. But it's only this one. So we have to defend it. We are waiting for that, but that doesn't stop us. So when they're trying to expand with the help of village authority, BDC is involved. Even though they want us to do it, they don't know anything. I know they are involved. The Council of Elders, the Alikali, the late Alkali, may Allah have mercy on positions, was completely excluded from everything. He was not aware. And Alhaji Conte knows about it, and our chief Lamin Dam also is aware of it. So when he heard it, and we went and stopped it anyway. It won't happen over our dead bodies. That's our stand we took. But we know this government, you can't rely on them. So our lawyer advised us to go forward and file an injunction lawsuit, which we did. And inshallah, on the 17th, this matter will be resolved, and very likely in our favor. So those who are calling us Facebook activism, we know what we are doing. We've already went head to head with the Inspector General of Police when our gallant heroes removed that illegal pipe that he was pumping west into the ocean. They were acquitted and discharged. That's not Facebook activism. Taking a multinational company like Golden Leaf, backed by Alhaji Conte, is one of the wealthiest guys in the Gambia, and also the Council of Elders, who are trying to use their cultural standing to become a barrier or to support something, that it's not for the government. So we challenge them. Yes, we respect these people. But what we're not going to allow anymore is to allow anybody to use these elders as a seal. Because normally in our communities, people don't challenge. If people are certain, if people are reluctant to challenge them, that's not been disrespectful. We cannot allow these old folks, to use their cultural standing, their standing in the community to cause havoc. It's not going to happen, I tell you. And that's why when we went and confront the Chinese from taking measurement in those gardens, we went straight away to the Alikali to tell them in no uncertain time that we know this is happening, but it's not going to happen. So if you want us to live in peace, you have to back up. But we don't stop there. So the ruling is on the 17th, and inshallah we'll come here again, we'll celebrate triumphantly. That's not social media or Facebook activism. Of course, we have to communicate. Social media is a very, very powerful tool which we are using to our advantage. But no political party or individual is going to influence us. What stopped UDP from telling KKB or Momochari Diva? These are elected individuals. The community elected them, so they are not representing any individual party now. UDP problem and Adam Barrow should not be an hindrance for them to get up and go and meet the president on behalf of their people who voted for them. For 22 years, we've been snubbed by Yajan. We had problems with it. We not confront 22 years, so Bunjuru missed out. And now for the problem of Adam Barrow and Lawyer Dabo, it's not based on any policy issue. This is about egos. It's about power struggle between the two. Why our community have to suffer? Why our elected councillor or our elected MP, who happen to be the majority leader, cannot swallow his pride or ego and go and meet the president if they're really serious or if they really care about the issues they want us to raise. We can make sure we are here. We hear the majority leader saying he should resolve the issue within 72 hours. Well, he's coming to 4 years. His killer, got out of jail. Under what circumstances, we don't know. I don't have the powers. But if I am the majority leader, I will summon the prison director, I'll summon the interior minister, because this is a serious breach of security. It's a serious security issue that should concern any responsible citizen. So as the majority leader, he should have called immediately the prison director and come and explain to Gambians. He have that powers. That's why we voted for him. And on top of that, he was selected as the majority leader, not because of his qualification, but because he's got the highest vote. And because he comes from the UDP, they have the majority vote. And let's say this government before Barrow and Lawyer Dabo fall out, this was it's a de facto UDP government. Nobody can deny that. Nobody can deny that. And it is 100% clear, if Gambians elected UDP, the Chinese will use it as their African province. I can tell you that 100%, because one of their main sponsors, Raji County, is the one who brings these people here in Gundu. Why Mahmoud Char is not talking about it? Why our honorable council majority leader KKB is not talking about that? These people, they come here because of the respect I have in the community. They have this land for free. This land was occupied by local women who were using it to dry fish and sell it, to pay the school fees of their kids, to bring food to the table for their kids, to fulfill their social obligations. But they were overnight, they were evacuated from this place. And the Chinese needs to compensate these people by building the fish market. That is obvious. It's not written, because it's not written, not that the people who enter into the are stupid, because they have so much trust in Alhaji Conte. If Alhaji Conte don't come and make sure the Chinese fulfill their promises, what happened to another councillor, he should follow this up once he was elected. The majority leader should go and confront Alhaji and tell him, look, the people of Gunjur are not stupid. They wouldn't give this land to a stranger from nowhere they don't know. It is because of you. These people trusted you. That's why this place was given to them. They promised to build the road between the factory and the town. It was never built. Why? But these people are making millions every day. On top of that, they want to expand. We are proud. We stop it. Albeit temporarily, what we believe is going to be stopped permanently. You can call us whatever name you want. We don't care. We don't care. Our contracts are very clear. If your beef and Barrow is none of our problem, it is you, the UDP and Barrow, who conspired between you and betrayed Gambians. If we went by the MOU, Barrow would not have been there by now. But it was Lawyer Dabo who told Barrow, if you sign this agreement, you become like a two-legged, so you can't fight. Presidency is about authority. So if you sign that, you will neutralize your power, you will cede your power to them. But that was the idea. Under this coalition, nobody should have executive powers. We would have been concentrating on correcting the wrongs of Yahya Jammeh, rectifying the 1997 constitution, and also the Truth and Reconciliation. But as soon as they come with that stupid tactical alliance, it was stupid. Because when they asked lawyer that why he said if we go with, they have one common parliament, his party with that. The guy asked, Ali asked those days, he was thinking about his party. He was not talking about the common good. You should know better that we are coming from a very, very chaotic system for 22 years. That is entrenched. Everything is centered around an individual, and when that individual is taken out of the equation, there is going to be chaos. And the best way to manage that is that coalition government, where there is no executive, nobody is more powerful than others. Yes, Adam Barrow refused to sign, and he wrote it, and he bite lawyer out. Now you want us to do your bidding and fight him on your behalf? No. No. We have our own agenda for the common good, for the common good. So I want you guys to understand that nobody can dictate to me what I need to do. I'm a smart guy, and all my life I've been an activist. Those who know me, I've been my life all my life, long before Facebook. So let people like Bob Ture, Seni Bajo, Paseni Bojang, take a break. Take a break. If you want, there are other ways you can channel and go and see the president. We know what we are doing. We know what we are doing, and inshallah, one day, we should be vindicated. Inshallah, we should be vindicated. And so, this is my response to these cultist idiots. Yes, no respect. Cultist idiots who are trying to smear me in particular. So just go and see the president and speak to him on behalf of my community. I don't select myself. I don't say, okay, no, I'm selected to go and do it. But your elected MP and your elected council, they have a moral responsibility. Whenever there is an opportunity, the president is coming here. We should forget about stupid partisan politics and go and demand what their people voted them for. They are not representing you. They are representing the people of the people of Kombosa. You should be ashamed of yourself. What have you done in 5 years? In fact, I've done more for this community, October to now, than you two put together did in 4 years. That is a fact. It's there for all to see. I challenge now approval. And then define your modification. I just completed implementing a 300,000 project, testing people's blood sugar and pressure, and also obesity. The report is just coming out. That's between October and inshallah, by next year, May, I'll bring a university to this community. Inshallah, by the help of Almighty Allah. Go and ask your representative to do what you want them to do. You don't speak to us. We work in our own terms. Nobody define our rule of engagement for us. Nobody defined. But I know why you angry with Adam Barrow. That's not my problem. You know, that's not my problem. So what you do is political psychophancy. The councillor position in the Nordic region went to somebody who is more qualified. That's disgraceful. How do we expect to progress this country if primary school, one of our primary school teachers want to be represented, the councillor for that matter, in Europe? You still have time to go and improve yourself if you want those kind of position. But I wouldn't be surprised if the UDP government comes with the like of Dr. Mas, the they got plum jobs when they have zero qualifications. So this is not the country we want. Thank you very much for your audience, and hope to see you again next Friday in between. On Tuesday, inshallah, 3 p.m. GMT. We are continuing with our environmental. So that day is going to be a busy day for us. So I might have to adjust the time because it's World Environmental Day, and we are celebrating in Gundu by big cleaning, and also we have just Growing Green Gambia coming here. They did a poster for us for our global hatchery that will be presented to us. And after that, being seas crazy. If you don't see this documentary, please come on Sunday. If you care about the environment, these are the kind of movies you need to see. This is Straight Talk from Ahmed Manjang, doing online TV. Allah Bye.